Hey, what's up, Atlanta fans? Hey, welcome to the 404 Blitz package, part of the Make Way Sports family. Of course, hey, I'm here with my co-hosts, Daryl and Mathis. I'm your Syrian. Hey, we're going to have a little bit of fun tonight talking about this NFL.com top 100 list that just got published earlier this week. Let me know what y'all think about that thing. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. It is crazy. It's absurd, but we do have two Falcons right now in the top 100, and it's crazy, man. So, anyway, Daryl, Mathis, go ahead and introduce yourself, brothers.
What's up, everybody? It's MFJ here. You can find me on Instagram and X at M_F_J21. Appreciate y'all.
What's happening, Falcons fans? It's Daryl, aka Black Jedi. That's BLAKK Jedi. You can follow me on Twix and Instagram at that handle or that name. And did you know that uh, ancient Persia, men used to get together and they would debate philosophical topics, but they would debate them twice. They would do it once sober and once drunk. And if the topic that they were coming up with stood up to the test of both of them, they said it was a good topic. I think we need to do that here. I think we need to do that here on this show one time. Just
Okay.
one.
Is that the first 30 minutes sober and the second 30 minutes? We
Let's do that.
Sleep.
Hey, I'm telling you right now. Or
Hey, I ain't
make
gonna be
sure
no good, man. Hey,
make
one
sure
Bud
you
Light, I'm
make
through.
sure your pops ain't watching and make sure your kids ain't watching. Other than that, I don't even know what to tell you.
Man, like I said, one Bud Light, I'm done. Sleep. Talking junk, going
Sleep.
to sleep. All right, man. Hey, hope y'all had a good week. Hope you had if you celebrate the 4th or whatever, hope y'all enjoyed it. I enjoyed some good food and family, of course. But got questions about this top 100 NFL list. NFL.com published their list, I think, Sunday. And they have two of our Falcons ranked in the 90s. And I'm blown away. I'm really blown away. Um, you know, starting off straight up with Drake London, 97th. 97th on that list. Kind of tough. I'm looking at the list. I'm comparing last year's list as well, and seeing where the receivers that were ranked or how the receivers were ranked. And take a look. You have Keenan Allen. He was ranked number 51. Even last year he didn't do anything. Amari Cooper, same. He was ranked 70th. I think he had 1,250 receiving yards. Cooper Cup, 59 receptions, 737 yards, 5 touchdowns. He was ranked 69. So how in the world is Drake London coming into this season ranked 97th? We got the stats and everything. Just want to talk through that right quick. Mathis, what do you feel about that one, man? Drake London ranked 97th.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's terrible. Probably because he may be the in the top five as far as receivers goes, period, this year. Um, but you know, I think you'll see that this will continue to trend upward for him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Nobody was talking about Drake London before, and rightfully so due to quarterback play. But uh, now that we believe we have that correct going into the next season, you might see Drake London in the top 25 if he has a great year. So
Mhm.
I'm actually I'm okay because I know he was not ranked last year. I know he wasn't. So, uh, but I will say this regarding to this part of the list. There's a few people on this part of the list that are really they got holes. So um, I don't know who came up with it, but Drake definitely shouldn't be there.
Yeah. What's up, Jonte? He said it's only because he's a Falcon. That Falcon hate is real. John Tate been saying that from the get go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it earlier. It's Falcon hate, but they're gonna find out this year. What you got, but Daryl?
I agree wholeheartedly. It's a bias against him. But like Matthew said, last year he wasn't ranked. This year, after a great year, he breaks the top 100. And you made the point that he might end up being the highest paid wide receiver by the time we talk about this next year. So he could very well, if he does what we expect him to do, be in the top 20, top 25. But at the same time, we we know what we got. We're fans, right? So many times I watch people talk about the Falcons and they say some stuff, and I'm like, well, and it'll be national media, and I'm like, yeah, y'all don't know what's really happening in Atlanta. So I think that that's a case too. We know Drake is a beast, and I think if he has the year that he's supposed to have this year, next year when we talking about this, it'll bear out.
Now I got a question
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
who came out with Kyle Pitts? Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
So Jamar
Yeah.
Chase has been productive every year since he came into the league. Are we saving ourselves any money because Drake's best year was just last year? I know the quarterback play was terrible, but do you think that helps us at all, or he's still getting ready to pull the money regardless?
Oh, I think he's gonna get that money, man. I think the Falcons are going to have to go ahead and extend him at the end
Mm.
of this season, and that's what I put in that video that I made a little while ago. They're going to have to go ahead and think about extending him and making him one of the top, if not the top, paid receiver in NFL history. Because if his numbers align with Jamar Chase's numbers from last season, it's going to be crazy. I mean, he's going to deserve it. I compared both of them. Jamar Chase the year before in 23 had what right at 100 receptions. It was dead on in alignment with Drake London's season this past season. Now, if Drake can follow that up with something like Jamar, 120 something receptions, maybe 1,500 yards, and I would say 12, 15 touchdowns, oh, they're going to have to pay him. So next season, after next season is when he will actually go be a free agent. But hey, man, you got to extend him this season after this season, and
I
that's
don't
I
know.
I think that's the only way they can really afford it.
I don't know if he can do that though. You talk about in an offense with Darnell Mooney, who I mean they were right neck and neck as far as yards go, but Darnell Mooney and Bijan coming out the backfield as a receiver. Who gonna suffer, right? I mean, and then Kyle Pitts. If Kyle Pitts has a year that he says, well, this is my contract year, who gonna suffer? So I don't know if he'll get 1,500 yards. I mean, in this offense, I don't know if he can get 1,500 yards. It's just too many other playmakers around. But and then maybe that does hurt him. Maybe we're talking next year and we talk about him being 75, right? And then we mad because we know what we got. So we'll see. We'll see.
Well, one of the insights for London, they said that London was targeted for 34.9% of his routes while he was in the slot last season. And that was the highest among receivers with at least 150 slot routes. So, hey, man, if they run him in that slot like they did last season, he's going to get a third of the targets. And with Michael Penix, I'm just saying, I'm just looking at what NFL.com, their justification with him being number 97, but they say he's going to get a lot of targets. He had a third of the targets while he was running the
Rightfully,
slot.
rightfully so. Rightfully so.
Yeah. So, but I'm with you, John. I can see it easily. 1,100. I see more. I see 1,500 yards. Just think about it. He got 1,200 last season. 1,200.
That's great. I would be okay with another 1,200. But now look, we had Julio, and we force fed Julio the ball, regardless of what was going on.
Hmm.
And 9 times out of 10, it was not a bad decision. But we don't have to. I think this offense is probably more balanced than what we had ever, honestly. So, if you can get him 1,200, get Mooney 1,000, which was gonna happen if he didn't miss those games at the end of the season. Let's pray Kyle Pitts stays healthy and he can give you 800. Something like that.
Hmm. Well,
I don't need 15.
the way I believe, the reason I believe is going to be more is because I believe that the Falcons offense will be on the field more. I believe that the defense is going
Okay.
to improve. And we were the worst. Every game we came back and had our recap meeting or recap video. We always lost the time of possession. I mean,
Yeah.
it was not often did we win the time of possession. So
Mhm.
if we could do that, get those three and outs, um, the offense will have an opportunity to be on the field. I don't think we're just going to be bombs away. So I think they'll move
Matriculate.
methodically, matriculate, yeah, down the field. And I think those opportunities, they'll be there, man. Those opportunities to get those receptions underneath all of that good stuff, they'll be there. I don't know how much they're going to use Pitts. I, I want him to succeed, and that all that'll do is open up Drake a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, look, if
It-
we have that type of year, everybody on the offense will be in the top 100 next year.
that's going back to like 2012, right? And I think it's a tall order for basically a rookie, right? Michael Penix still a rookie. He a rookie till he hit his 17th game, right? So he got 14 games to go. So uh that's a tall order asking him to throw for almost 5,000 yards. Because if I look at right now, Matt Ryan in 2012 threw for 47-19. Michael Turner rushed for 800. Uh, Julio had 1198. Roddy White had 1351, and Tony Gonzalez had 930. That's balance. I mean,
Hmm. Hmm.
but that's balance at a high level.
Michael
I think
Turner
that's
only
a
had
lot.
800 yards.
Yeah, rushing 10 touchdowns, 222 rushes.
So what year did he go for? He was like second in the league one year.
Yes.
Yeah, that year
Oh
he
8,
should have won.
oh
Yeah, that
08,
year he should have
when
Oh,
won
he
the
came. Yeah,
2008.
MVP.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. But
okay.
they had to
He
do
should
that because
have
that was
been the
Matt
They
MVP.
Ryan.
they was trying
Matt
to
Ryan's
get
first
Matt
year.
Ryan acclimated. Yeah, no,
Right, 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 right. Had to run that ball. He did it well. Did it well.
yeah,
But
Woo,
yeah,
did he?
yeah, he did it very well. I like what Widebody says. 850 for Pitts, and what 2K between him and Bijan. So that's giving what Bijan about 1150.
No, I think he's saying Bijan getting 2,000 yards combined passing and running.
Okay, okay.
To come out
Combined.
receiving and
Gotcha,
running.
gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's he, he might get 2,000 rushing.
Look, I ain't
we'll take it. We will take that.
Telling you.
did we? I don't know, Johnson. I don't know about that. I think maybe we lost time of possession because our defense can never get off
Defense.
the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there
They
were
get
some
the
games
third
we
down.
scored quickly. There were a few games that we scored quickly.
What
But
game? I don't remember because after the Saints game, it all started to
well, I mean, we
started to
scored
slow
pretty
down.
decent against the Eagles, Tampa Bay. We were scoring quickly. I mean, like I said, a handful of games we did, but the majority of them, that defense was out
No,
there
right.
all game long.
That's because our team did well to get it to third down quite a few times, and then that's we go from third to first, third to first. It didn't matter. So
Third and long, first down. Yeah. Fourth and 10, first down.
Not 4 for 10.
Like,
yeah, it's all
damn.
bad.
It's all good. Yeah, but so in this top 91, I guess 91 through 100. I don't see another receiver. You got
Yeah, lad should not be there either.
oh no, oh okay. Now last should be where? Where should
At
McConkey
least
be?
between 50 to 60.
Okay, okay, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
What?
Okay. I
What?
I mean,
agree.
as a
Man, Lad
hold on,
70.
McConkey showed out.
as a
70. Y'all letting that Georgia bias get to you.
no, look what he did as a rookie. What's his,
Okay.
I agree. I agree. He was a rookie. Impressive.
and killed.
But come on now.
All right,
Pull up
look at
his
these
stats.
numbers there. Let me throw some numbers out there right quick. All right, so
Okay. Okay.
number 51 coming into 2024, going into 24. Number 51 was Keenan Allen. He had 1,243 yards, 108 receptions, and 7 touchdowns. He was
Mhm.
51. Then you go in, let me see, 63. Jalen Waddle had 72 receptions, 1,014 with 4 touchdowns. Man, Lad McConkey, 82 receptions, 1,150 yards, 7 touchdowns. That beats Jalen Waddle already. So, and that's pretty closer to Keenan Allen. So I could say late 50s, early 60s. That's what I would say, but not 70s. That's
Based on 1 year. Based on
right.
1 year. See, that's the thing. He's a rookie and he's breaking in to this. That trust. We all
Okay.
know
So
there's a
that's what they're
bias
doing.
for the year before.
Gotcha. I
There's
got
a
you.
bias for the year before. So, and that's also why it's more egregious that Jesse Bates fell into the 90s, right?
Gotcha.
Basically putting
Right.
up roughly the
Same numbers.
same performance. Yeah.
Same performance. Had another touchdown, interception for a touchdown. We'll get to Jesse in a second. That is
I'm
crazy.
gonna tell you right now, both of these receivers are possibly top 10 receivers, and they're on the bottom part of the list. So
We'll see. We will see.
Mm.
I hope you're
Okay.
right. At least for half of that. I hope you're right for half of that.
oh, we don't play the Chargers this year. I could be right for both of them.
No, I don't care. I don't care about Larry McConkey. What do I care about? Unless I get him on my fantasy squad. Y'all will know. Y'all will know. If I
Okay,
draft him,
I
you'll
wanted to
know when I'm
draft him
cheering
too.
for him.
Daryl,
I
say
really
go
wanted to
dogs one
draft him.
time. Say go dogs one time, Daryl.
You done lost
He
your
can't. He
ever
can't.
loving. Boy,
He can't.
how you gonna come
His mouth can't
on
even.
Al Gore's internet and cuss at me like that
I
on
just
YouTube? There's a policy in YouTube against that. You can't be saying all that profane language out here. That's borderline pornography. Ah!
Man,
didn't we have a bet this past season for the Georgia Tech game? Did we have a bet?
that's
Nah.
something. Something. Yeah,
It
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
was.
That's
Yeah,
something. Yeah,
it was something.
we have to look back at the
Yeah,
video.
we gotta go
It
back and
might
look
have
at
been
that.
a
I don't
shirt
think
or
we did.
something. It might have
I
been a
don't think
shirt.
we did.
So go dogs should be what. Yeah, we're gonna have to find that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all got to. You don't have to look deep and hard for that one. Go find that one.
gonna have to look deep, like they are look for Pee Wee Reese.
Hey,
uh,
anybody that supported Jackie Robinson, I'm down. And
that's what's up. That's
appreciate you.
what's
You
up.
found that picture of him and Jackie Robinson.
yeah, now
Yeah,
the
Man,
picture
come
was
on
cold.
now.
The picture
that
was
was
That was
dope.
cold.
dope. That was
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, that's what's up, man. Hey, all right. So Drake London, y'all let me. Well, I'm sure everybody will chime in at some point and say how ludicrous that is. 97. But Daryl made it clear that it's recency bias, huh?
Mhm.
So he's breaking in. This is his year to break in. At least he's on the list. I guess we could say that. At least he's on the list. They're expecting big things. I expect bigger things than they do because, like I said, he's going to get paid at the end of this upcoming season. So look for big numbers from Drake, bigger numbers from Kyle, hopefully from last season. Yeah, man. All right, so that was Drake at number 97. And like you said, Daryl, this blows my mind.
Mm.
Jesse Bates, uh 92nd, ranked 92nd out of 100, top 100. How is that? How does that happen? And when I'm looking at the stats, man, let me pull up these stats. He's tied 6 with interceptions. Had 4 interceptions this year. Um, and I'm looking at. Let me see. He had a lot of tackles, a lot more tackles than some of the guys that are on this interception list. And me and Darryl was talking about that. Um, hold on, these numbers. There we go. Looking at the safeties that were ahead of Jesse Bates, Kirby Joseph had 9 interceptions. He made All Pro. He was All Pro, made Pro Bowl. Um, Xavier McKinney had 8. Got Byron Murphy with 6. Humphrey and Gardner Johnson with 6. And then you jump down to 5 with Amani Cooper. I'm sorry, Amani Hooper, Derek Stingley Jr. and Kalen Bullock. Those guys had 5, and then Jesse Bates comes in tied number 6 with 4 interceptions. But out of all of those guys that had more interceptions than he had the most tackles.
Forced fumbles.
He had the most tackles. So
That.
You could
I
put
didn't even
those
look at
forced
that.
fumbles right in there with interceptions to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, four first forced fumbles. Yeah, yeah. Come on, man. He was just more active around the ball than some of these guys. I
Mm-hmm.
know you could call them ball hawks, and like I said, those guys above him, you had what? He was number 11, so you had 10 other guys above him that had interceptions and made Pro Bowl and All Pro, all this and that, and then you had Jesse Bates with more tackles, more forced fumbles, 6 in
But
interceptions.
it sounds like they got a corner or two in there too, because Stingley,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got
no.
a few corners in there, but the interceptions, not
Oh,
touch,
okay. You just looking at
not yeah, yeah,
interceptions. Okay.
and, and not to mention the pick six that Jesse Bates has. You have several guys with pick sixes. 3 that had more interceptions than he. But I'm just saying, man, they must just be only looking at the amount of interceptions. They have to.
Yeah,
They have to.
you can't do that.
They
You
have
can't.
to. I mean, look at everybody on that list except Jesse Bates were all pro or Pro Bowlers. So
Yeah, it's cool.
yeah,
Uh, at the end of the day, we know this is, if anybody has been, you know, overlooked at this point in time, Drake or not, it's Jesse Bates. And I'm pretty
definitely.
sure on ESPN, if this list comes out tomorrow, and they talk about it, they will be like, that doesn't make sense to me. It
Yeah.
doesn't.
By the way, NFL.com will drop that next list, 81 through 90 tomorrow. So y'all, I'm sorry, on Monday. So check that out as well. But yeah, we'll be able to see then if some of these guys that are ranked higher than he in this 100 top 100 list, if they're on this list of more interceptions, they only went by the interceptions, and maybe NFL.com was just looking at the stats and going off stats,
Sorry.
interception stats, and what the Pro Bowl, so the awards and all of that good stuff. We'll see. We'll see how much homework they really did.
None. They just
Right.
threw
Mm-hmm.
out some names.
That's all they did.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
just threw out some names.
Yeah.
Because to me, Tua shouldn't be ranked at all.
Not half, not
Yeah.
anywhere near the list.
I ain't gonna lie. Tua shouldn't even be graced, shouldn't even be blessed to be on this list.
But that's why I say what they've done in the past carries over. Because Tua was in the 20s last year, in the 30s last year.
Oh, what?
So, huh?
What did he do last year that was so great?
Hey, I
Oh,
didn't
Well,
know.
well,
coming
well,
in,
the
coming
year
into,
before, the year
yeah,
before.
The
yeah,
year before, yeah, the year
yeah.
before. So that's what I'm
Right,
saying. They
right.
didn't drop him all the way out, but they dropped him a lot. They just couldn't see to drop him to where we all know he should be.
I think they need to go back and redo the list at the halfway point.
Ooh.
I think they
I think I think everybody should just have a clean slate. Don't just look at who was on the list the year before and you raise them up and down. Some of these guys just need to fall out. Straight out of there. I mean, the guys that deserve to be on the list, let them be on the list. The guys that did not deserve to be on the list at the end of 2024, they shouldn't be on it. I don't care where they ranked the year before. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see. Let me see. Garrett Wilson,
why?
Amari Cooper, Brandon Ayuk, DK Metcalf. I want to see where they fell if they on this list.
Nah, I believe DK will probably be in the
He'll
70s.
be on there. DK will be on there. He might be
Yeah.
higher than that, won't he?
Why though? What have you done for me lately?
All right, Janet. I
Since,
mean,
since
What's
he
going
had
on,
that
Josh?
chase down tackle, he honestly ain't did too much of nothing.
he held AJ off with one hand.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I'm not saying he's not a machine because he looks like one, but I'm
he
just
looked like
saying
one. He looked like one with us too, against us that day.
what defense from Atlanta last year didn't. George Pickens started the year off doing that, so it don't make no
Mhm.
difference.
Yep. So okay? Yeah, I got a bone to pick. Y'all remember when I said earlier?
Oh,
I think that
go
sometimes
ahead, Jordan.
national audiences don't really know Falcons football, right? I saw it's a dude. I'm not even gonna mention his name because I don't want to give him no airplay. But he does a breakdown of every team, deep dive into every team and what he predicts their records to be. And he grades them. It's like a 2-hour video. He grades them. With Atlanta, he said Falcons fans will blame the defense on the defensive coordinator last year. But I don't really see a big difference between Ulbrich and Jimmy Lake.
Mm. How can they say that?
I have
Jimmy
no
Lake had
idea.
no experience calling plays in the NFL. Are you kidding me?
Yo, yo, I, I had to rewind it. I had to rewind it to stop. And then I had to go comment under my name, dog. I was like, nah, this ain't Black Jedi. This gonna be Daryl. You getting my government name on this. Saying that is a wild statement.
Yeah.
And after that, I turned it off because it's like there's no way he's paying attention. No way. He gave a grade on, gave a grade on the head coach. He's not a Raheem Morris fan anyway. Gave a grade on the head coach. Said this is supposed to be Raheem Morris's defense, so it shouldn't matter who the DC is. And then called us out as fans and said, "Hey,
Man,
y'all will say it was Jimmy Lake." He said, I don't see much of a difference between Ulbrich and Lake. And I'm like,
okay.
okay, we'll
Well,
see.
we'll find out. And if we find out that it is anything like that, our head coach just won't be here next year.
I
Oh
think
yeah, we'll be
experience
starting from
goes a long
scratch.
way, man. Experience goes a
Yes,
long way.
I mean, I get
because
it.
when Raheem took over,
You saw a
defense started
difference.
getting to the quarterback.
Mhm. Yeah.
When Raheem took over, we decided not to call timeouts either, and the experience was there. Some of that don't matter.
So
Uh,
that's crazy, man. Crazy.
I
Yeah,
just thought it was a wild statement.
that's very wild. Very wild. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Josh, thank you for clearing us up. Yeah, these were the players who voted. They didn't have any clue, a clue either. So yeah, apparently they just looked at the stats.
So
looked
that
at the
means
stats. Yeah, yeah.
that means Drake pissed some people off when he was shooting when he had that catch against Philly then, because
yeah, but Drake is no Julio. Drake gonna get. I can't remember the last time I saw somebody that light skinned so amped up and ready to go into somebody every time he caught the ball. I'm sorry.
No, he from the doggone suburbs.
hey, I don't
No, he
care.
from the
I don't
suburbs.
care. Yeah, hey, he could be from zone 3. Drake from zone 3 right now. I put Drake in zone 3.
Uh,
He
No, he from
Drake
Alpharetta. trying to be hard.
Thank you. That's a Cobb County brother.
Straight
Okay,
up. Straight
Gwinnett.
up from Villa Rica
Look,
trying to be
Swats.
hard.
Hey, he played like he from Swats. He played like he was used to go to West End Mall. That's how he played.
Yeah. Not the West End.
I remember walking 9 years old, walking to summer camp at St. Anthony's at West End, over by West End. Dude
across the
asked me
street.
for a cigarette. I was 9. Hey, bro, you got a cigarette?
Yeah, Everybody
No.
was everybody was smoking then. He trying to get He trying to get his blessing, and you may have been able to be the one.
Why about I said let him get a little bit what that dude was on, man. The guy who
Yeah.
made that statement.
Yeah, that was a wild
Yeah.
statement.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. I wonder. Okay. What are they thinking when they make these statements? They're not really paying attention.
Nah,
Not
they're
really, man.
thinking they're going to get a reaction,
Some reaction, and they got it from
which
there.
will, yeah, yeah. Because all it take is one or two,
Mm-hmm.
and
Picks up.
they're gonna go talk about it. The next group gonna talk about it, and that's all it is. Just to get you
That's why
riled up.
I ain't say his name. That's why
Yeah,
I ain't say his name. He does it. He's been doing this deep breakdown for some weeks now, and I think he had us on the power rankings at 23rd or 26th. Indianapolis is ahead of us in his power rankings. The Saints is behind us. That's important to me. Well, yeah.
Indianapolis?
So Indianapolis, like
And
people
their
in the
quarterback
comments.
is injured. Oh
People in
my
the
God.
comments was saying they were like, "Wow, I thought the Raiders or Indianapolis would be in this position," and he's been doing this for weeks, running up to the thing. So I'm to the start of the season. So I'm like, if you're saying Indy is going to be better than the Falcons, you're saying the Raiders going to be better than the Falcons. I don't know if I could take what you're saying seriously.
yeah, but let's say we were a part of the Falcons organization. There's no pressure. Let us, if they want to rank us low, let them rank us low. That's totally fine. One game at a time, build on it. That power ranking that come out each week, I guarantee you we'll see a rise. But if they said, "Oh man, these guys were a top 5 team right now," I see them being first or second in the NFC. That pressure would get to them, especially with a
Yeah.
lot of them being so young. So I'm cool. 23rd, we'll show you, and that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
Yep. In Germany.
Where
All
they
right.
where they love the Falcons. We'll take that one
That's
too.
right. Yeah. We're the what is it, Frankfurt Falcons?
hmm
All right. So hey, listen. Who are gonna be the other Falcons that make this 100 top 100? Do we have anybody else, or is it just the obvious
Yeah, it's just one more.
one or two
Oh,
Two more.
two.
Two
Excuse
more.
me, two.
or three?
Nah, nah. It's probably just two. Leonard Floyd may sneak on there. He might, but that means he would probably be 90 through 81 if he does.
Hmm.
But we only have two more that's gonna ever get talked about. So
Okay, so you're two. What? Chris Lindstrom and
AJ Terrell.
Bijan. AJ Terrell. What about Bijan?
Bijan.
Oh, excuse me, Bijan.
So
AJ
so
Terrell
that's a
going
good three,
that's
huh?
three. AJ Terrell will
Three.
make that.
Daryl, you think AJ will make it?
Based on what I see them say about Jesse Bates, no. I mean, just if we going, so because what they saying is AJ Terrell was a better cornerback than Jesse Bates was a better safety.
Hmm.
I get it.
And I don't buy that, right? So if
No,
that's the case, that's telling me AJ ain't gonna make it. Lindstrom, lock. Lindstrom better be top 20, tens. He needs to be in coming close to single digits. And then they ain't gonna put no kicker on there. They ain't gonna put no punter on there. So now leave Bijan. And Bijan ain't gonna get all the shine, right? Because of um, Saquon, because of Amir. But Bijan should be up there too. And we all know Tyler Algier should be up there, but we bias. So
Bijan will be top 15.
you think so?
Yeah, he won't go
That-
any lower than 20, but you know he should
So
be
that's
top
putting
15.
that's putting Gibbs. I imagine Saquon might be number one at this point, just based on him high hurdling people backwards.
Yeah,
He might be number one.
Hmm.
So what other running backs out there you think better than Bijan? Like I said, Amir Gibbs,
I mean
Saquon Barkley.
that's a flip a coin because you're gonna have people that, and I like Gibbs too. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but their offense was in a better state than ours was last year too. So
Mhm.
it just depends on who you like.
Yeah.
I'll take Bijan. To me, he can run better going up the middle than Jameer Gibbs can. Jameer Gibbs is everything else, but uh, so you got Saquon, Derrick Henry because of who he is and the name will probably be ahead of him.
Okay.
But after that, flip a coin for either one of them.
Mhm.
So
So you said Bijan top 15
top
overall?
15, top
Yeah.
20. The the running back position came back this past season.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And you saw it come with the pay as well. So you'll probably have a couple running backs compared to how for the past few years it was the wide receivers that were taking more of that shine, except for somebody like Christian McCaffrey, who
Mm.
should probably not be in the top 50.
No, he should. See. It's according to how those players actually voted because he didn't really play. He did, so he really shouldn't even be on the list. To me, he shouldn't be on the list. But I didn't think Tua should be on the list either. So, what about Chris Lindstrom? Where do you think old Chris going to fall? He was 88th last season, going into 24.
Yeah, he'll probably be right back where he was at.
Zach Martin retired. There's some great linemen that are, uh, that are not there. That I don't think that should be. I think he should be in the top 50. Chris Lindstrom.
Yeah, but he had a worse year last. Now I'll say that going from somebody who's going from what was it 2 years ago? No sacks. He didn't give up any sacks or one sack. He was going through it a little bit last year. So if he landed somewhere between 90 and 75, I think that's cool.
Lindstrom?
He had a worse season than he did the year
No,
before.
he's gonna be in top 50 though, man. I think they
Come
respect him even
Oh
more
on.
no.
because he made the Pro Bowl. Once again, he made All Pro.
Are they breaking it down by left guard? Are they breaking it down by guard? They breaking it down just offensive lineman.
It'll probably just be,
Just
well, I don't know.
it's not really broken down like that. It's just
Yeah.
layers. It
And I think
just
it shows their position because the guy that's number
it
90,
does show position.
that's 93rd is a center,
Hmm.
but I don't think they go into the actual position for it. Because as far as left guards are concerned, he's probably the first or second best left guard in the league,
Yeah.
just since he's been in the league itself. So,
Mhm.
uh, but like the chat has said, and there, like you said, this it may just be a Falcon thing.
Yeah. Hey, what's up,
Yeah.
Atlanta Falcon fandemic? Hey, he just said he's a Falcon fan. He just said that Chris Lindstrom is a beast and he can improve on the pass. He's a beast in the run game, but he can improve on the pass. And I think he's one of the best in the passing game. So he'll jump significantly. So from 88, I say, And you say 70s?
Yeah, like 75.
Okay. So we should see that in the next 2 weeks. We should be
Probably
able to
so.
see if the top 70s, 3 weeks, what nine, 80s, 70s. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we'll see that in two
So
weeks.
what? So what are you putting them at?
I will say 50 off the rip. Just because, like, hey man, the NFL players see it, recency bias. He's been there every year,
I get
right?
it.
He's been there. He's been one of the best every year. Pro Bowl, Pro Bowl, Pro. So he has to be bigger and better than uh, 70 or even 88. I'm 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 saying 50. I'm gonna say 50. 50
Daryl,
For
out.
what it's worth, PFF says he is the best guard in the game. For what it's
so
worth.
it's just because he's
Not
a
e-
Falcon. Then
they're not breaking it down left or right. They're just saying guard. According to PFF
Yeah,
stats,
he's the
best guard,
best.
number one.
Everybody's saying he's the best guard. So why not even 40s? Why not even higher?
maybe I just feel like we may get the shaft for our players other than Bijan. Who's probably gonna be our highest player, but I don't know. I'm just not expecting a big jump.
I'd be heated if Bijan doesn't get the credit he deserves. Because he's done this. Like I was looking at some of his better runs in his career. And his career ain't been that long, right? But he had to be on a team with freaking our third round pick from Cincinnati. I don't even like to say his name no more. Rhymes with Smesman quitter, but he had to be on the team with that dude and had to try to make things happen. He deserves something. I think we lost yo. You there, yo?
Y'all lost me.
Oh yeah, you was
If
either
you want
that
to
or
go
you
to
had the
sleep,
thousand.
just go to
You,
sleep. That's
I'm
you
fine.
had
sorry,
a
man. No, I had clicked off and I was looking at
Dang.
the list, man. Looking at those
thousand.
top 100 players. I guess my computer can't hang.
Nah,
Had so many
your,
other
your computer like to fall off quite a bit. I'm just saying.
hey man, I probably lived the farthest. Well, no, I think Daryl lived the furthest away. So
What you
From,
but
talking
from,
anyway,
about?
from the
I
city?
live in the
Boondocks, man. Boondocks.
I mean,
what?
I got y'all beat.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Now, it only takes me about 25,
no.
20 to
From
25
Atlanta?
minutes. Yeah, I ain't.
No, you ain't got us.
I can move now. I
You
move,
ain't got me
but
beat. I guarantee you ain't have me beat.
what you mean? Getting to the city?
Yeah.
Define city. Are we saying
You're talking about
inside
Atlanta. Getting to
285?
Atlanta.
We
Uh,
say
Yeah,
inside
getting to
285.
Atlanta.
We saying
nah. Yeah, I need you to be able to see some buildings downtown.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I can't.
inside of 285, because
Uh,
certain sides of the city, you hit 285 quicker than others do.
okay. Okay. So then what we gonna say? We're gonna say the capital. We're gonna say the Benz. Let's say the Benz. Right? That I
let's
think
say,
that's
yeah, the
appropriate.
Benz.
Let's say the Benz.
What side of town? What side of town you coming from? Let's do that first.
I'm coming from Northwest. So
Oh, I'm gonna beat
it's
you. I'm gonna beat.
to
I'll
the
beat you.
Benz.
I'll beat you to the bins. Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, you'll do
because
that. That's why we
I
say
don't have to get off 20.
you'll beat me. Yeah, you'll beat me. You. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. We live further. I live
Yeah, we
further
live
away.
further away than you.
You
We
know,
live
that's why
further away than you.
the internet is a little sketchy.
No, I don't. Get Spectrum. Get the dish. Okay, point your dish.
Get off that
Uh,
magic jack.
Yeah.
oh
That'll
man,
work.
no, I was looking at something else, trying to get some stats. Man, said PFF is about on point. Don't they really base that on total numbers of sacks allowed?
Overall grade and wins above replacement is what they're basing it on.
Mm.
I'm just saying he did not have as good of a season last year as he did the year before.
And
He
that's true. That's
he,
true.
he
But he's still the best.
digressed a little bit. So if I wouldn't be surprised, best guard in the league or not, if he did not go from the 80s to the 40s.
Okay. So what I was doing a second ago while my internet kind of acted up, I was trying to look and see where the highest lineman, offensive lineman, ranked in the 100 top 100 last season,
And they
and I looked.
sold
There was nobody. Yeah, yeah, but it was not in the top 30. So it was 40 and down. So that's what I was trying to
okay.
gauge, and I could see, yeah, the top 30 they mainly had skill position players, and I think the top 20 only had Fred Warner as a linebacker. Everybody else was running back and wide receiver and quarterback. So
Mm.
I don't think since it's just going off offensive line, I don't
mhm,
think he'll be ahead of Trent Williams, even though Trent Williams was hurt a lot last year, and he's definitely not going to be ahead of Panay Sewell.
mhm.
He's not. If it's an offensive lineman that's loved in the league, it's him.
Check this out. What Josh just said. He said, I think if Bergeron takes that leap, takes that next step, will the Falcons have the best duo at at
Of
guard?
guards,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
'Cause he's pretty good, man.
No, he,
Bergeron is
he
pretty
he's he's getting there, and I'm
good.
glad he was fighting in camp. Cool. I
Big
just don't want the
nasty. That's what we need,
commentators.
big nasties, man.
Yeah, I don't want the commentators to talk about it because the last time they did that, the Chiefs lost the Super Bowl. Don't talk about my offensive line being the best. I'm cool.
He said I'm on that dial up. No, man, I got that AT&T, but sometimes it turns into
Now
AT
yo,
and AT
now
and
yo,
huh?
me and
Q.
Daryl and I have taken shots at you. Is he froze? Oh, okay. No, he's not.
No, that was you.
But now,
That was
no,
you this time.
no.
No, that was you.
I I stopped because
That
you
was
just went
taking
like this.
shots.
Now we've taken shots at you, but I don't think it's ever been a time where the chat is taking shots at anybody. So since they
They
are
messed up.
doing
I
that
guess, yeah,
now,
that's messed up, man. That's
you,
messed up.
you may want to go ahead and figure out what you're gonna do because they gonna start
Ah,
saying it. We ain't gonna have to.
no, you know what? I hear that StreamYard sometimes just StreamYards. It does it sometimes. So we're gonna leave it
Oh,
at StreamYard. Hey, we're not the only. Hey, trust me, we're not the only podcast that
that
complains
deal with
about
it.
StreamYard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see Smitty them always talking about StreamYard.
I don't know.
uh,
We could we
Ooh.
we could have had Penny Show. I mean, y'all remember that draft?
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah, we could have had Jamar Chase.
yeah.
I'm just
We could,
saying.
we.
I don't need a wide receiver.
Hey
I don't need
man,
a
we
wide
could. Hey,
receiver.
we could have had T.J. Watt. I mean, there's a lot of people we could have had, but yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm just
you're right.
saying
You're right.
from that one.
You're right.
Imagine if we had Penny Show.
Who did we draft
That was
in
Kyle
front of
Pitt.
Penesu?
Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts at 4. Penny Show went 7.
Yeah.
Kyle, you better turn up this year, man. You better
I'm
turn
just
up this
saying.
year. You better do your thing. I hope he does. I think Michael Penix is going to unlock him. We're going to have to call Penix. What is he? The locksmith? Yeah, the locksmith.
Or the skeleton key.
Skeleton key, something like that. The master lock, the master key.
The
There he is,
master
master
key.
key.
The
All
master
right.
key.
All right, master key, Michael Penix, master key. Let's do this.
Why are you looking down, Mathis? Why are you looking down?
I understand that you guys are trying to unlock talents, but those are terrible.
Hey, did he not unlock? Okay, so Drake London was a great receiver all year. I think he did great all year. But did he not unlock Drake those three
No,
games? Those 3 games? I mean, you saw some things out of Drake that you hadn't seen. You hadn't seen. Nobody gave him that corner shot. But hey, Penix was putting it up there. He went. Then you saw Drake making that leap, baby. That toe touch. I wish Matt Ryan could have unlocked Julio in that sense because he did not throw it to the end zone um, with Julio enough, especially in that red
It's
zone.
because he was triple covered.
yeah,
Everybody in the stadium
Oh
knew he
man,
was
you still
going to
had Roddy.
Julio.
I'm talking about even with the years of Roddy White,
But,
they just did not. I
man,
mean, Julio. Julio may be teetering on Hall of Fame because of his lack of touchdowns. He might be on the bubble.
That is
Who
bogus.
said that?
I'm
Who
just saying
said
this
that?
lack. Who has the most touchdowns between he and Roddy White?
I don't care. Who said that?
I'm saying that. I'm
Who
making that crazy
did,
statement.
you? Yeah, that's a crazy thing. I'm
I,
glad you
well,
acknowledge it. That's a
I mean,
crazy
I'm a
statement.
fan. I'm a fan. But when you look at it, man, he don't even compare. He's nowhere close in regards to the
First,
top receivers with touchdowns. That's all I'm saying.
first ballot. First ballot.
Pro
No,
Pro
man, you out of
Bowls,
your mind. No,
reception,
First ballot.
first ballot.
receiving
First
yards.
Daryl, in 5 years,
Julio Jones
I'm
going gonna
have
in.
a, I'm sure I'm gonna have a Georgia Bulldog shirt or something with more championships on there. You're gonna have to wear that one. You're gonna have to
First
wear that
what?
one.
Did he going in first ballot?
He's not going first ballot. There's no way.
I'm not saying unanimous. I'm saying first ballot. Let's make sure that we talking the same language here.
Yeah, first
I'm
ballot.
talking English.
I'm talking the first time he's up. He's not going in. I promise you.
Okay.
I want him to.
Okay.
But he's
I
just
take
not.
that bet. I take that bet.
Even
I take that bet.
all right.
Give me two more receivers from the 2010s during Julio's tenured in the league, without saying Calvin Johnson.
Because he's a yellow jacket, by the way.
Well, that's not the reason, but yeah, we know Calvin is the man.
Your
2010s.
boy
Let me
was
see.
throwing to him. What you talking
Give
about? Why
me,
you looking at me like that? Your boy was throwing to him.
yeah, shit, who cares? That's why he was getting the yard.
That's why he made some spectacular catches and never could
Yeah,
hit him in the
give me two
never hit him
other
in
receivers.
stride. I don't want to trip. We need him on come on the show. I ain't gonna trip.
Man, please.
Uh,
Shoot.
I get it, Mathis.
Nah, give me two receivers.
I'm trying to remember.
It ain't.
Huh?
Julio he's the
All
man.
right, so T.Y. Hilton, Julio Jones. Give me one more.
T.O.
Terrell Owens.
T.O.
Is it
No,
another? Is
T.O.
it?
No, he was no. I'm sorry. No, he was
Yeah,
in the 2010s. Man, I can't even
I
think.
think Larry Fitzgerald was about done.
Fitzgerald was but we know he's um
Oh, what's your boy
I
that used
can't
to
even
play for
think.
Houston? What's the Andre Johnson?
Andre,
Andre
he made
Johnson.
it. Yeah, he made it.
All right, so T.Y. Hilton, Andre Johnson, Julio Jones. Who you starting, benching, and cutting?
Okay, so AB, Antonio Brown.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
That's
so
even better.
will AB will he make it?
No,
Okay,
no,
okay.
but he's not gonna make it because of his numbers. He's gonna make
Right.
it because of his mentality.
Right.
Matt.
So
So that's
Larry
why now
Fitzgerald,
that's why T.O. didn't go first ballot because of his
Matt.
mentality.
AJ
That as
Green.
well.
AJ Green ain't
You
do
are
nothing in the
you are
league.
I'm just saying he did.
No,
Okay.
no. AJ was
AJ
nowhere.
Green. I'm not
Stats
saying
wise,
he's
it's
better.
not close.
I'm not. I don't think he's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yo, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Man, I'm
If
just
the
way
Yoda
that
ain't never
the
needed to
way
be listened
he.
to, it's
I wish
tonight
he would
right
have
now.
left earlier. I wish he would have retired earlier, sooner. I think those last few years that
what?
always hurt those the great players, man. Those last few years.
I don't
He was
think they
terrible the
hurt him.
last 4 years. When he left Atlanta, he was garbage after that.
He was hurt, and he was
He
always hurt.
he
I
was
agree. And
garbage.
he was chasing a ring, right? That's what he was trying to
Right.
do. He's trying
And
to get
he
that
was
ring.
garbage
I
for
think
3
that's
years.
totally understandable.
It's
There is
understandable.
there's nothing he could have done to tarnish his Hall of Fame resume. Now, there's plenty he could have done to tarnish his image with the fans. I've been very vocal about that. But there's nothing that dude could do to tarnish it, short of going out and breaking the law. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
nothing he could do to tarnish his resume.
Let me throw
That's
this out.
he first ballot. First
You
ballot.
right. Okay, let me throw this out there. Touchdowns. That's he has the yards. I did
Mhm.
argue touchdowns. This is here
Mhm.
we go. In the 2010s, Julio had the most yards, 12,125. Antonio Brown was second with 11,200, and then Larry Fitzgerald, Bebe, AJ Green, D hopping up. But touchdowns, Antonio Brown had 75, Julio had 57 in the 2010s. Larry Fitzgerald, 61, Bebe, 63, AJ Green, 63, Calvin Johnson, 62, Brandon Marshall, 58, Jordan Nelson, 68, Jimmy Graham, 75, Gronk, let me see, Dez Bryant, 73. Just so many, they had so many players had more touchdowns in the 2010.
But
That was my thing.
you talking about gunslingers though. And Tony Romo slung the ball around and did not care. He was actually a decent quarterback. Who else? Ben Roethlisberger did what he wanted to do.
Mhm.
Aaron Rodgers,
Dez Bryant. You talking about Tony Romo?
Tony Romo.
yeah.
Jimmy
Des Bryant
Graham,
was with Tony Romo.
Jordan Nelson,
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers,
Rodgers.
Brandon Marshall.
Jay Cutler.
Oh yeah,
I
I
don't
was
care
thinking
who's throwing it, man. He
But you
didn't.
got to.
Here's my.
They was
This is
they was the
so my
ones
hope.
throwing those. You
This is
talking
the.
about inside the 10. These quarterbacks that did that could throw that pass
Man,
with ease.
listen. This is what I'm saying. I wish if that was Michael Penix, he would unlock that thing. That's all. That's the first. That's what I was getting to back then.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I was getting to back then. I said that Drake London got unlocked by Michael Penix. I think it's going to be different. I wish Matt could have done the same thing with Julio.
Drake was
Matt,
already
Matt,
unlocked.
Matt is number 7 all time in passing yards. Matt Ryan, but unfortunately, not the touchdowns to Julio. That's all I was saying, and I think that's going to hurt him. You see how he has less touchdowns than a lot of these second, third stringers, man. That's all I'm saying.
I
I
get it.
wish Matt could have unlocked Julio more
It'll
than
be
just
easier to unlock Drake London because nobody has been scared of Drake London. They were scared of Julio in high school because in
Julio.
college they lined
Matt
up
was throwing that
two
thing to
corners on the line of
Tony
scrimmage. I
G.
had never seen that before.
He was throwing it to Tony G. The easy way out.
And do you know why he was open?
It wasn't no 3 players on no Julio. Not in the goal near the goal line. You majority of the time you
You
playing
need to go
zone.
look at some highlights.
Majority of the
Yeah,
time
but
you playing
the
zone
zone
and goal line.
the
I've
zone was
seen it.
rotated to Julio though.
Yep, I've
You're
seen
gonna
it.
throw it up. I don't care how many is over there. Throw it up. You got to get that down pat,
That's
man. Throw
Tony
it up.
Gonzalez
that's
caught.
how we lost. That's how
Okay.
we lost to Philly. That's how
So
we lost
did
to Philly in
so did
2017
Calvin
playoffs.
Johnson not have 10 people on him? Who think about it? All
But
the better.
Matthew Stafford was cool to throw it. Matt Ryan only was
That
good to
there we go. There we go. You falling into my trap. That's all I'm trying to say.
He think he set the trap.
That's all I'm trying to say. Matt did not unlock Julio like that. That's all I'm saying.
Unlock nobody.
I think Julio really made Matt, helped make Matt with this
So
his
okay,
speed.
I can almost buy you saying Matt Ryan is not of first ballot Hall of Fame. I've
think
had
he
that
is,
discussion
but,
with people. Well, wait,
I
time
I
out.
think
You're
Matt is.
telling me you
I think Matt is. It's because of what? He's already doing what? What is Julio doing and what is Matt doing? Tell me what Matt is doing. He's in the media now. He's
That
he's
got
gonna
nothing to
be.
do with
Oh
no
man,
football, man.
that got a
Come
whole
on.
lot to do with it.
he's
Come
a
on now.
quarterback.
But we know what
He's a quarterback.
that's fine. They may
He's
put it to
gonna be
that.
first round.
They may put it to that, but we're not getting ready to sit here and do that.
I'm
Put
just
the,
saying that he's
the
gonna be a
stats
first
up.
ballot Hall of Famer. Matt
Who?
Ryan,
He probably will.
and Julio will not. He don't have the touchdowns. He don't have the touchdowns.
Man,
Watch.
if they don't make him a first ballot Hall of Famer,
And come
I
on, man.
guarantee
Listen.
you'll hear from it from the players in the league.
And he's at odds with the with the organization. That ain't happening, man. You know how it goes.
He's at odds with Atlanta.
And
But
that's what I'm saying. You know, oh,
that ain't
okay,
that ain't got nothing that ain't got nothing to do with him going
Daryl,
to the Hall of Fame.
Daryl,
He may not make it to the ring, but he'll get to the Hall
Daryl.
first ballot.
First ballot Hall of Fame, and you're not even
First
in your
ballot.
He ain't.
Daryl.
Julio
And
never
on,
went
Daryl.
and
out
on,
there and made anybody look bad at all.
exactly.
Does money
Exactly.
talk?
I'm just saying. Now, so you telling me Arthur Blank gonna be like, "Hey, don't put him in first
I'm not
ballot"?
just saying Arthur Blank. I'm not. You know
You
how it
saying the
goes, man.
organization gonna
The
say that?
you know how it goes, man. Y'all know how it goes.
Nah.
We'll see.
Mm-mm.
You'll
I
see.
can't buy that one, big
You'll
dog.
see.
I can't buy
You
that
know how
one.
it goes now.
Julio
I
did not
think
make the list.
Julio saved Matt. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Julio was that. He was that guy, but they just couldn't click to get in that end zone.
I
Everybody
can't
had it.
say Julio saved
Didn't you have
Matt.
the same issue with that, Matt? Didn't
What?
Mathis? Didn't you have the same issue that they never just got the ball to Julio near the goal line? They couldn't score. Why Julio wasn't catching all the touchdowns? Why weren't they throwing it his way?
My thing is, okay,
I
so
get so many
I
people try.
understand that he didn't catch the touchdowns. For me, I was okay with them taking the chance. Just throw it. Let's see what happens. We saw what happened when he did it against New England right after we lost the Super Bowl. Malcolm Butler thought he had an interception, but it don't always work like that though. Uh, that doesn't keep him from being first ballot for me.
Throw it up. That's how Calvin made his thing. Throw it up. Let him make the plays. And they just did not trust him with that. I'll leave that alone. It's just one of those things. I believe that Michael Penix, that's why Drake London is going to have 120 something receptions, 15 touchdowns, 13 to 1500 yards, because you saw it against the best, against in those 3 games. You saw it. You saw the difference. So anyway, I'm done with that.
Nah, so I'm gonna say this
I retired from that
before we move on.
conversation. I
If
retired from
Julio
the
don't make
conversation.
first, if Julio don't
Moving
make first
forward,
ballot,
I just keep
Matt Ryan don't either.
Matt Ryan gonna make it, man.
If
Hey, he,
Julio does not do it, Matt
Matt Ryan
Ryan
has
does not either.
Matt Ryan has
They,
that microphone now.
they both supposed to be first ballot Hall of Fame.
They should.
They both
They should.
supposed to be.
I agree. I agree with that, but
I think Julio has a better chance than Matt just because Matt will be compared against
Everybody.
Brady.
look at this. Look what Atlanta Fandemic said. Atlanta Falcon Fandemic. 4 targets. Come on now. Come on
Belichick.
now. In the Super
Belichick.
Bowl. Man,
Belichick.
please.
That he was
Throw
schemed.
that
They
thing up.
schemed against him. They
And I'm
schemed.
gonna tell
Come
you
on.
right now,
You
one of the catches he made, it was a dude underneath him. That catch on the sideline, I don't even know how he was able to catch the ball.
that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Throw it up. Just
He,
throw it to
right.
him.
Oh, oh, I get that.
That's what I'm saying. But Matt won't. Matt didn't. Oh my God.
Matt didn't. Okay, if you
Why?
look, if you look back at all the Super Bowl winners from let's say 2010 and on 2009, whatever, Drew Brees include him, Peyton Manning. Matt Ryan never got the ball out his hands fast.
Oh, we know that. We know the offense was
No, but I'm
that
saying
offense at that time was only set up for the outside zone. It was set up for that and play action. It wasn't. Yeah, it
the
wasn't.
fastest pass besides a wide receiver screen Matt Ryan ever had was his first pass that went for a touchdown.
Mm.
I don't know. They would do
Mhm.
that slant. They would run that quick slant. That they would run a quick slant to especially him to Julio every blue moon while he's in his. They're thinking he's gonna dig deep about 2 steps, then he gets rid of it, turns around and throws it to Julio on that slant. They will connect on that quite often. But other than that, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how this
They
conversation
going in
shit.
together. They're going in together.
They're gonna go in together 5 years
Matt
from now.
Ryan. Matt Ryan is eligible a
Now,
year before, and Matt Ryan will not make it his
oh
first year.
Matt Ryan ain't going in with him. I'm gonna tell you right now. I passed you the ball for 10 years. You don't come to my ring of honor ceremony. You will
All
not
right.
walk across that stage with me.
ain't no hard feelings there.
Drake
Matt,
gonna ball.
even at the Ring of Honor at his induction, he said, "Hey, Julio should be here. Y'all supposed to have Julio here." He
The
blaming the Falcons
organization.
for that.
Yeah, the
He blaming
organization.
the Falcons for that. Ain't no
So,
hard feelings.
well, you ain't show up.
He knows.
Daryl,
He knows why, man.
you don't show up. Hello. Let's make
So,
it next year for him, please. Nah.
so with that being said, is Julio gonna make it his first ballot?
I think he will.
Julio needs to get in the media, do something that's gonna shine a bigger light.
Wide receivers don't do
They
that.
don't.
What
They
wide
don't.
receiver
But they
does that?
Hey, if you take Jerry Rice off of
Ahmad
anything,
Rashad.
if you take Jerry Rice off of anything, Julio Jones is the third scariest receiver ever. Ever.
Yeah. You can move Jerry Rice from that.
What?
No, to me, you can remove Jerry Rice from.
Well, you can't. Okay.
Okay, at that
You
time,
can't.
I think it was more really that West Coast offense that was scaring everybody. They could
Jerry Rice,
Jerry Rice.
Randy Moss.
I would say
Well,
Randy
no.
Moss.
Take
Randy Moss.
Jerry off. Is Randy
Okay.
Moss,
Yeah.
Randy Moss,
Calvin Johnson,
Calvin
Calvin
Johnson,
Johnson,
Julio Jones.
Julio
T.O.,
Jones.
Julio. Yo, you better
T,
got ready for T.O.
I'm taking Julio over T.O. because T.O. would drop the ball. Julio ain't dropping no balls.
You know how many touchdowns Julio T.O. got versus Julio?
Who? His quarterback, Tony Romo, threw the ball to him. Donovan McNabb threw it up. If you put Julio with either one of those quarterbacks during that time, Julio is not even close
Man,
on who we
Baby
talking
had
about.
more touchdowns.
Who?
Baby had more touchdowns than Julio. Baby.
John Beebe.
Let me stop, man. Let me stop.
You made me have to sneeze. I know you talking crazy.
He did. I'm just looking at it. I'm just telling you. He had more touchdowns.
They going in together.
All right. We'll see. We'll see. Who I got over Julio? It's hard to say. But like I'm just looking at now Julio was the greatest receiver to me. Hands down. But I just don't believe I think okay, you got to put Jimmy Graham in there right around that same time. AJ Green is gonna go in there.
AJ Green, what? Over
Yeah, AJ
Julio?
Green is going. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm just saying they're going. I think AJ Green will be first round, even though he ain't win nothing. Julio ain't won nothing.
First ballot.
I think AJ Green will.
You think AJ Green will be first ballot Hall of Fame, but not Julio Jones?
I know why I'm sneezing because I'm allergic to yo's BS right now.
That's crazy. That's a wild take, man.
Hey, he got me. He got. I don't even have allergies, but he got me allergic to something.
When
That's
it
a
was time for AJ
wild
Green
take.
to wrap it up, he wrapped it up. Right.
But that's a
How
wild
many
take.
yards did AJ Green have? Give me
Overall,
that.
oh, he ain't gonna hit. Let me see overall. Let me see.
$10,514 total yards.
Not making it.
You don't think
That's
so?
not first ballot. That's
That
not first ballot numbers.
that is.
Well, but
You have to get voted in. Numbers. Nah.
How many touchdowns does he have?
He stayed hurt too much.
70.
You said like 60
How
something.
many?
70
Okay.
70 touchdowns.
in 11 years.
Yeah, he stayed hurt. He stayed hurt too much.
70 touchdowns. Yeah. Okay. I get it. I see. Anyway,
Y'all remember when we used to have a conversation who was better? Julio or AJ Green?
I
I
like Julio.
actually wanted the Falcons to draft
I
AJ
like
Green.
Julio. Yeah.
Well, we won that one. We won that one.
Yeah.
I wanted the Falcons to draft AJ Green, being a Georgia fan. But like going back, I wouldn't make that change for nothing.
Mm-mm. All right, we'll see. We'll see. We will see.
In 2030, huh? Dang,
Yeah,
that
we'll
used to
see.
be a long time away. Now it ain't but 5 years.
It ain't about 5 years. All right, fellas. Well,
Woo, Steve
so
Smith.
we expect to see Bijan in the top 15. We expect to see Chris Lindstrom in the top I would say top 60. Is that totally fair? No, Mathis, top 60?
Is it fair? Yeah, it's fair. Is it gonna
Is it
happen?
is going to happen?
I
You
don't
don't
know
think
if
so?
it's gonna happen. No, I don't.
Okay. All right. And we see that well, okay, so you said AJ Terrell. Do you think AJ will make this list now
AJ Terrell may fall in the next part of the list if he makes it.
in the 80s?
Yeah.
What would cause him to make it? He has no stats. I mean, AJ has no stats. Would
The
it
fact
just be that?
what he did against some of the top receivers last year,
Mm-hmm.
it would be the reason why he makes it. The whole scary Terry to what 5 yards, 10 yards, whatever he had. Like towards the end of the season, whoever he was covering was not getting yards. They weren't doing anything. But even our defense was still suffering. But that's neither here nor there. Um, I think he should make it, but
Mhm.
no, he doesn't have the stats to back it up though. So
Right, right. Well, we'll see. It'll be good, but I doubt it. I definitely doubt it. He just didn't do any. He has no stats at all for me. So
That's aside from interceptions, that's what you want your cornerback to do, right?
yeah, but you
You
want
want
some
your cornerback
interceptions,
to
man. You want some
you,
interceptions.
you want your cornerback not to have stats.
Well, what I saw last season, it didn't look good. That's what I saw. And especially when who was that against, man? He did not want to make that tackle going into the end zone. Oh God, who was that? Was that
what?
Bucky? Uh,
Washington.
Washington. Oh my God.
Yeah, okay. So that Sunday night game or that
Yeah,
Monday night game,
he
whatever.
ain't want none of that. He ain't want none of that. I just didn't see enough. But I hope the best.
I mean,
Um,
we
I
usually
hope
didn't see
after this
anything
season.
from Desmond Trufant was the same way.
Oh, Trufant was garbage to me.
Well, no, but
I did not like
they
Trufant.
finally, yeah, I get it. They finally
God,
started to expose him, but his first couple years in the league, they didn't even want to throw to his side of the field.
man, he could not run. He had no speed.
He
He
didn't,
was he
but
was great in the coverage, great in coverage, but not man to man, man to man. He was
well,
terrible.
look, I can't remember the last time we really played man to man like
He
that.
looked like Mike Hughes out there.
That's
And
Darren
we're
boy.
not
Bad.
we're not playing man to man this year either. So hey, that's Raheem
That's
Morris.
that's what we need, a little bit of man to man. I would say.
I take zone blitz. I take zone pressure. I take zone
Well, if we get
zone. Give me
pressure,
pressure
yeah.
from
But
four.
I like a little man, and that's when AJ Terrell really shows out. That's his
That's his
opportunity.
thing. That's his
Yeah,
thing.
but we don't run it. Well, we'll see what happens, man. Nate Ollie said they coming from every side, every play. You don't know which way it's going to happen. Sounds like a new version of Grits Blitz. I look forward to seeing it. I look forward to seeing my guys in the top 20, in the top um, 50 coming up. I'm sorry, Bijan Robinson and Chris Lindstrom. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. And man, I'm ready for the 24th, Matt.
You gonna
I'm
see what?
ready, man. We're gonna be out there, baby. Daryl, I got 2 tickets, and I know you couldn't go. I know you still got to be
I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie.
yeah.
I'm off work. That's the day before I leave to go out the country.
yeah.
So I'll probably be drinking while we're up there. Just know that I will
I'm gonna
already be on
video you.
vacation. So
I'm
I
gonna
will be
video
drinking.
and see how the conversation
You
changes.
ain't gotta drink no beer because I'm gonna drink for us, okay?
We're
Well,
gonna
hey,
see how
hey.
the
Well,
conversation changes.
have the conversation before you start,
Oh
and then
no,
have it
no, I'm
after.
I'm, I'm
And-
gonna totally be okay. I'm gonna be grounded now. I'll be okay. But
so real quick, I just Googled because Google and AI, right? AI just said, I said, who's a better wide receiver than Julio Jones? Word for word.
Nobody.
Whether another wide receiver is better than Julio Jones is subjective and depends on specific criteria used for comparison. However, Julio Jones is widely considered one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL history. And it says the following names: Jerry Rice, Calvin Johnson, Georgia Tech boy, Randy Moss, Antonio Brown.
They need to
See, they threw
tell
Antonio
AI
Brown
to
in there. See,
tell
that's
AI to
crazy.
take Antonio Brown off the list. I'm
Right.
sorry.
And
Put Larry
Antonio Brown's
Fitzgerald and
stat,
T.O. there.
His stats is
Antonio
crazy.
Brown's stats cannot be denied. Cannot be
Who?
denied. I didn't say would they make a Hall of Fame. I just said better
They
wide receiver
they're
or
better.
better wide
They're better
receiver.
than Julio's. That's what I'm saying.
Antonio Brown's stats cannot be denied. If Julio Brown played with Ben Roethlisberger and
Julio.
Antonio Brown played with Matt Ryan, we're probably able to interchange them. But that's it.
Oh, I don't think so.
You
I think
you know,
I think Antonio Brown will be worse.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I think that they would be. Oh, you think he would be worse than where Julio was?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I could buy that. I could
yeah.
buy that. But that's it. They just named Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame, and should be in the Hall of Fame.
So I know Julio is the greatest Atlanta Falcon and one of the greatest all time. I get that. I get
I'm
that.
sorry. I mean
It just ain't, it ain't happening. He'll go his second year, not
First
first year.
ballot.
We'll see in a few years.
We'll
We'll
see.
see. And
We'll see.
like I said, I have that shirt for you, Daryl. That's going to have
Okay.
about two or three more championships for the Georgia Bulldogs. So
So
Y'all
Daryl,
dreaming.
let's go ahead and put this on the record then. So,
he's
before I
going to
go back
forget.
and
We're going
find
to have to
these
dig.
videos,
We're going to dig up the video.
no, because we have people that are here that can witness to this. Before I go back and try to find these videos, let's Georgia Tech, Georgia now. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
If Georgia Tech loses, you have to put on a Georgia shirt.
Okay. And when Georgia
And
Tech wins,
you let me know. I ain't wearing no big ass bumblebee, but or the yellow jacket.
how you know what I was thinking? Get out my mind. Get out my head, Mathis. Get out my head.
Man.
But you know, other
Georgia
than
gonna
that,
beat their
it's
head
fair
like a
game.
drum, but Georgia gonna play bongos this year on their head.
It's fair game. They actually make me nervous this year. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, not this year.
One of my coworkers is a
Georgia's
Colorado fan.
oldest players are gone, and we didn't have the talent on that offensive line
We gonna
because,
have
of course, Kirby always going to stick with his guys. He's going to stick with the veterans. He's not going to let some of his better younger players play in front of some of those veterans. You just know that's what he does.
I will buy some Georgia Tech overalls, and I'll get you a Georgia Tech and a Georgia Tech hat.
I don't
Maybe
have
a
a problem
cowboy
with
hat.
that. Now, Matt
Maybe a
has got
cowboy hat.
Oh,
I figure out the hat.
all right.
And you
But
do a
look,
whole
I
show
need
in
you
it.
to be a little bit develop some leniency because for the Georgia Tech Colorado game, one of our coworkers, we made a bet and it went from $50 to $100, and I'm betting y'all go out there and beat them. So just get the overalls, please, if you're gonna do it. Don't go get no hat and boots.
What?
And
Ah,
I
wait a
bet
minute.
I'm siding with y'all. Come on now.
He said, "Put him in a whole ensemble."
The rally chain.
Not the rally
rally
chain.
Nah,
Oh Lord.
I'll rock the chain. I'll do that.
Anyway, hey, we appreciate all y'all joining us today.
Yes, sir.
Man, everybody that commented, Atlanta Falcons fan, David. Hey, man, we really appreciate you. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing some good stuff.
Chuck came in here. We leaving. Chuck, we
Chuck
about
in
to
here?
leave.
I hope
He
Chuck was
just
just
walked
being
in.
quiet.
Yeah. What up, Chuck?
Don't worry. His team is only gonna win 5 games this year.
Oh man. Jonte, wide body once again. Josh, hey, we appreciate you straightening us out on that, Josh. And I think that's it. Chuck slid in there. What's good with you, man? Always good over here, baby. Always good over here.
Always.
Appreciate you joining us. Hey, matter of fact, y'all just go ahead and hit that like. Hit that like and share the video with somebody. and watch the video maybe about 5 or 6 times to help us get these numbers up. So put it on repeat. Put it on something, another device, and just let it run. All right, hook us up, fellas. I'm ready to get up out of here. Hopefully y'all have a great weekend, and we will talk on Monday. Hey,
Oh
y'all
yeah,
like the video? Did the video come out all right?
yeah. Video was
Yeah,
cool. It
video was
was
cool.
cool.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna do it again. Hey man, y'all be good. Be safe, be blessed. Down.
Stay dirty.